up, everybody? Beegee's Boy here, back in another video, and today I have another Lego creation because I got very bored again. So I've dedicated way too much time to building a new monstrosity. And let's just jump right into it. Alright, so this is it. It's not a whole lot at right now, but you'll see in a minute. So it's just kind of funky looking. It had wings and I removed them for space purposes. You'll see that in a minute. I don't know, there's just a cannon here which swivels all the way around, so that's nice. There's just storage here, and then this whole bottom thing right here is also storage. So all the way to the back, it's just storage in there. And then there's a little cannon doohickey there. And I call it the Death Stranding because right now it is pretty reasonable, but you can absolutely overpack it, which I'm about to do. So here is a back part, which seems at least somewhat reasonable. Let me plug this in real quick, and then you know that's just extra storage. So you can take the back off and pull it over in there. You might be asking why it is this dimension. It's very strange to be very reliant on the width as compared to this, and not go back further or just be shorter. But the reason is that it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Now it looks kind of, again, funky, but somewhat reasonable. There's this part that goes here, again referring to the main body, the chassis as I would call it, and no one else. And that just plugs in there. Again, all these are just open. They're just wide open space to be occupied by whatever you can fit in the compartment. It should be a lot. So I'm not gonna open the rest of them because they're all just empty. So then there's this one to match because you gotta have balance. Now it's getting pretty full. But let's really reach max capacity and go ahead and attach that. Wow, that's and you have to be symmetrical, so I added that. And that's why I call it Death Stranding, is because you can ridiculously and unrealistically overpack it with boxes that can be filled with whatever. And then of course you still have the wide open bottom compartment, which is like the main part. So all of that can just be weighed down with tons and tons of crap. It's gigantic. It's compared to something that I would build myself. I mean, this is probably by far the biggest thing I've ever built out of Legos myself, without like instructions or in a kit or anything like that. There's this bit. This is just kind of like windshield territory, and then I don't know. There's just kind of a control panel here, and then that's kind of, I guess, how you would steer it, is by moving these to and fro, and that just closes right back up, obviously. And there's just weapons storage. I would have more stuff here, but I am very much running low on usable pieces. As you can see, I used a lot of just my free pieces that are not attached to like a set or anything, and some pieces that are attached to a set that fell apart, just all around here. So yeah, this is the monster that I have made. Now I guess I'll wanna, if I can scavenge up the pieces, make this part taller to match the rest of these. But in any case, it's, I guess, as far as like the main form goes, I guess it's pretty done. So I'll probably just add little details that I find cool or whatever. Let me close this back up for just real quick. So, oh, this doesn't matter. I guess I'll do it off camera because it's really hard to manage this thing with one hand because it is bigger than my hand. Again, here's the same shot that I've shown you 3 times because I'm forgetful. And yeah, I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. I built this part and I was like, I want to make it cooler, so I added just like attachable compartments, and I was like, well, might as well go the whole 9 yards, and I did. I went probably 10 yards, and that would be that. This is the best that the Death Stranding Mark 1 has got going for it. Just tons and tons and tons of storage. I mean, you can put whatever, obviously, that fits in here, like weapons or people or whatever. So yeah, it doesn't have much in the way of neat little tricks. It just has a bunch of compartments. So I guess that's about it. This has been top 10 epic LEGO creations, top 10 best LEGO creations of all time, presented by me. Disclaimer, the list only includes stuff that was made by me, and that I posted on this channel. So that is